right. Anything else we wanted to say before I move on?
No.
No? We're good? Alrighty. A wild game appears!
Oh crap!
You guys know what that means, I hope, at this point.
Ah.
Let's take a look!
Hey!
Right here. Right there. Shh. Just put the whole thing. It's 8-minute video. Forgot how dark this is. Oh, I want to do this now.
Mr. Fox. Good ball.
You have done well, Horadrim. Your service here is finished. And you should all...
Oh, there we go. Lord Anime, that makes sense.
run. I'll fail.
Starting so dark, guys. I didn't realize the game was this dark.
You can't see anything. There's something
will stop you. No one can stop death.
That's an awesome intro cinematic.
The original one was actually just as badass.
Yeah. I cut out a little bit of it just to keep it down to 2.5 minutes or so.
When is Blizzard going to make a movie?
Yeah, I know, right? They do awesome CGI stuff.
Warcraft.
You said you weren't going to play
Sorry,
this.
production.
No, I'm not going to play this, and I don't think
Why?
Mike is going to play it either.
Why won't you play it though?
It's not. It doesn't play. Look at it. It doesn't play anything like a game Drew would normally play.
What do you mean?
It's like a top-down, like no, I mean, I would play something like it's kind of like a Baldur's Gate, which I enjoyed a lot. It's just that, because there's just other things I'll probably play close to that time. I just got Rogue Legacy. I'm getting the Swapper. I've got Last of Us Remastered. I'm still playing. You know, I can't buy.
I feel like
everything.
eventually, like Christmas time when it goes on sale, is when you should get it.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like
It's great.
a series that I would like to get into just because I've never played Diablo. If you guys haven't played Diablo, let's talk a little bit about it. It said Reaper of Souls there, I'm pretty sure, because that's
For
the
the expansion.
That's the expansion pack, exactly. The expansion pack came to PC version of Diablo, and that was on March 25th. So now it's coming to console versions with the entire full game, Diablo 3 and Reaper of Souls, and that comes out on August 19th. I'm sure most people know that Blizzard is the developer, and they're obviously they're a very well-known developer because they make amazing games. They're not with Activision, Blizzard. Activision. This one here, Diablo 3, it takes place 20 years after the events of Diablo 2, still set in the Sanctuary, which is the fantasy world of Diablo. There's a whole big plot to this. I didn't want to try and describe the whole thing because there's a lot to Diablo. I hope that for people that haven't played the series, you're able to jump in and still
You don't have to
appreciate it.
know the whole story of Diablo to actually enjoy
the
Diablo
gameplay and all that kind of stuff.
No,
yeah.
not even that. Even understand the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pick up. They actually explain the past stories, as much as they need to, in the game. So you're not really missing out on anything.
Mr. Fox is asking Monk or Demon Hunter, and that's exactly what we're about to get into because
Demon Hunter 100% of the
there
way.
are 6 character classes. We'll start off with the Witch Doctor. The Witch Doctor is supposedly reminiscent to Diablo 2's Necromancer.
Mm-hmm.
He's able to summon monster, cast curse, harvest souls, and hurl poisons and explosives at other enemies. And every single character class has a certain thing that they use, like a power of some kind.
Right.
For the Witch Doctor, it's mana.
Right. Now, it's different than the other ones that if you haven't played it yet. They didn't do this for other ones. It was always health and mana, and that was it.
Yeah.
And you just have to regenerate the mana and everything like that with potions and stuff like your health.
Oh, switch off. You can talk about the next character class.
Yeah, Witch Doctor is actually what I use 100% of the time,
Okay.
pretty much. That's all my character uses. So, Barbarian is actually a big favorite for a lot of people. It's a heavy melee guy. He has a really cool move that whirlwinds him. He basically spins in a circle and goes plows through the clouds. He can cleave through swamps. He can leap across things. He can jump in the air and just smash down, crush opponents upon landing them, and grapple snap enemies so you can pull them in like a Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. His draining ability is Fury, which again will regenerate, but this time when you attack other enemies. So.
Yeah, the first guy, the Witch Doctor, that just regenerates slowly. You don't have to do anything; it just slowly regenerates. The third character class
Which has been balanced for those of you that played it when it first came out.
Yeah, the Wizard. Obviously, his abilities are kind of like shooting lightning, fire, ice. He can also slow time, though, and teleport past enemies and through walls. His power is Arcane Power, which is fast regenerating.
Because that's all he does. He doesn't use weapons at all.
Bye, Dave.
See you, Dave. Thanks for coming in, man. Noble Metal Gamer has his own show, too. Noble Metal Gamers podcast on every Wednesday at 8:30-ish Eastern Time.
Then the Monk, which is the next character I'm probably going to try, or the Crusader. The Monk is all light melee attacks. Which is comparable, to the Barbarian, as he's all fists, but his attacks are just quicker, but they're not as powerful. But he uses martial arts to cripple the foes, resist damage better, deflect projectiles, and attacks with blinding speed, delaying explosive killing blows. Now, what I want to bring up too that you didn't bring up, the interesting thing about the Monk is the less health he has, the more powerful he is.
Okay.
So he's his most powerful person, 1% at 1 HP left.
Oh, okay.
So
Interesting.
kind of interesting.
Here's the one that I think a lot of people like a lot, the Demon Hunter, because he uses a crossbow as the main weapon and can even throw small bombs at enemies. His regenerating power is Discipline and Hatred. Hatred is a fast generating resource that is used for attacks, and then Discipline is a slow regenerating resource used for defensive abilities.
Right. Now this one is the Demon Hunter is a little bit more difficult to get used to, especially on the console. But once you get the hang of it, it's actually one of the best classes now.
Very cool.
I've never gotten to play the Crusader yet. That's one of the ones I'm really eager. It was only available if you got the expansion Reaper of Souls, which is included in this, and you're going to be able to ride a horse in this, which you can strike enemies from. You can shield bash. You can summon a blessed hammer that circles around the Crusader. You can leap into the air and then come crashing down, kind of like the Barbarian does. Have lightning strike the foes from the sky. You can taunt your enemies, hurl shields and hammers at people, and a ton of other really cool stuff. But his degenerating thing is Wrath, which is generating to, again, attacking enemies, but also by getting attacked by enemies.
For some reason, the Crusader, from reading about him, he seems like the most overpowered.
Well, he was new.
He was new, exactly.
He was new. They added him. He's not actually. I mean, what he's meant for, I think, overall, is for those players that were having a difficult time getting used to Diablo because they're not used to a game like that, or for people that have already played it for a while and they wanted to just play something different.
Yeah.
So they wanted to go through a harder difficulty and play something that had a different feel. to it.
Okay, cool.
So
Now there's multiple game modes as well. They have an adventure mode, which is just quick, jump in, optional, randomized side quests. They reward you with gold. In some cases, they can reward you with items. You also have a hardcore mode, which is you have to level up to level 10 in order to use this mode. But once you do that, you can create a hardcore character which cannot be resurrected. Instead, these characters become permanently unplayable if they're killed. They
Don't
also
say the next part. It's nothing anymore. So that doesn't
Well, I'm going to touch on that. Yeah, don't worry. That's the thing is they changed things. They used to have access to real world money for the auction house. They're also separately ranked and can only form teams with other hardcore characters. After dying, the ghost of the hardcore character can still chat. The name still shows up in rankings. It's just that the character cannot return to game. And as you were just saying, something that changed since the original launch of the game is the auction house.
It was broken because, so the reason they did this was because with Diablo 2 and everything like that, people would actually sell their items that they would get online, via PayPal and stuff like that on eBay. And you would go in and meet up with the person in the game, they would drop it so you could go pick it up. So they were actually smart in saying, well, we can make money off of this. They don't have to go out of their way, and other people that want to sell. So I could actually go in the game, farm items, and then sell them to other people. But really broke the game really quickly. Because it made it way more accessible. So.
According to the game director, it really hurt the game, and that's why they decided to turn it off. But you can still trade items with players. They did not remove that. They just removed that part of it. And then finally, you do have PvP combat as well, but it's not near as fleshed out as what they originally planned. It's now called the Brawling mode, and it can have 2 to 4 players enter a battle arena and face off against each other using the characters I think that you level up in your game. I think they just wanted to include some type of a competitive multiplayer.
Now, something that you did leave out, and unfortunately it's only available for PS4 owners, is 2 things. You have the Guardian from, what's it called? Help me.
I can't think of I know about the bloater from Last of Us.
No, the other one. What's the game we had to ride the horse? Colossus, the Colossus.
Oh, Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, you had the Colossus stuff in there.
Okay.
That extra stuff, so if you pre-order it digitally on the PS4, you get access to Colossus stuff as well as The Last of Us Nephilim Realm. Okay. So you have clickers and big bloater enemies coming at you constantly. So that's actually going to be kind of interesting. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, but it's been a long time coming. A lot of people have been looking forward to Diablo on consoles, and now we finally get it. And not only do you get Diablo 3, you get the expansion pack, Reaper of Souls. So that's really good news.